The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Their pitch will suck. Let me tell you why. They have not been taught how to package up in what makes them special. You know what I'm sick of in the world? I'm sick of sameness.
Nobody is being resourceful and asking you and I to get involved.
You guys are being three-toed sloths. Go.
Brock, you like barbecue? Great it. How about that?
Adrian took control from the very beginning.
If he can solve that problem, he's a rock star.
The board has gained consensus about one true zebra and cheetah.
Hey, Brock.
Good to see you.
I'm ready to find somebody that looks different and runs faster. Do we have 5 people who want that? Let's find out.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Coach, we've got 5 new contestants. We've upped the ante. We've 10 times the edge. It's bigger, badder, and bolder than we've ever been. Jim is looking to break through the ceiling that he's reached. He can't get any further. Adrian is looking for more exposure to the inner circle that we've got. Savannah's looking for enough confidence to get the next job. Jessica is looking to be inspired so she can speak with more confidence and authority. And Tom is looking for a core philosophy because he's wavering too much.
Brock, I'm going to coach the hell out of these people because you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of a sea of sameness. These people are competing for jobs. They're competing for promotions. They're selling their products or services. They're trying to start or grow their business. But here's the problem. They don't have a clear position in the market. The purpose of this show and me coaching these 5 people is to get them to stand out versus fit in, to look different versus look the same. I'm going to be intense. I'm going to be positive. And I'm going to teach them how to pitch what makes them unique, what their special is, and how to sell that special to the world.
I think they're ready to pitch right now. I think we need to test them.
I think their pitch will suck. Let me tell you why. They have not been taught how to package up in what makes them special. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for you to tell me one of these people want to be a monster producer. Not just be inspired, not just feel good, but I'm talking about dominate a space. Over these 2 days, I'm going to teach them. Find their special, package their special, sell their special. Intense, positive, and I'm going to get in their ass because they need somebody to coach them. They got the raw materials, but they need somebody like me in their life. Let's see what they've got.
Let's do it.
Zebras and Cheetahs Challenge. You're here for 2 days for me to coach you and how to package your special, find that special, deliver that special to the world in a unique way that only you know. I want to know in 30 seconds why you came to the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge. Jim Bardwell.
Coach, my name is Jim Bardwell. I'm from South Louisiana. I came to Nashville to pursue my life goals and dreams, and I've achieved some, Coach. I'm at the top of my field. I'm one of the highest paid marketing reps in my industry. But you know what I learned, Coach? I want to be better. I want to take this knowledge, this unique experience, and I want to help others.
Tom Hodges, you came from Kentucky to take the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge. You've got 30 seconds to tell me why.
My name's Tom Hodges. I'm originally from Shelbyville, Tennessee. I've had a lot of success in a young career. I've done more than most anybody, people my age have been fortunate to do. I feel like I'm a dime in a bowl full of nickels, Coach. But a lot of the times I feel like my philosophies wane and are stretched.
Jessica, you're here because you want to look different and run faster. You've got 30 seconds to tell me why you want the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge.
Great. Coach Burt, I'm Jessica Alexander. I'm just a simple girl with a huge heart and a champion mindset. And let me tell you why I have a champion mindset, because I want to help others win. And with that being said, Coach, I need your help to give me a voice, to give me the confidence to help others see my value and see how I can help them.
I think you have a strong chance to win this Zebra and Cheetah Challenge. Small towns and big dreams.
Thanks, Coach.
Savannah, we're here in Nashville, Tennessee. When I think about Nashville, I think about one word: energy. You got 30 seconds to tell me why.
Coach, over the past year, I've taken an underperforming store in my industry and brought it to store of the year. This year, coming up in April, we're going to store of the year. We moved about 70 spots. Coach, I know I love sales. I know I can take a group of salespeople and not only make more money for that company, but make all those sales reps more marketable and make them make more money for the company as well. Coach, I'm here because I need your help to help me take that next step.
When you think about this, Savannah, what you're talking about is how to be an asset to the world. An asset adds, a liability subtract. Think assets feed, liabilities eat. So for you, I want to see how you compete against older, more experienced people, because you have the raw materials you've been talking about in your people. I want to see if in 2 days you can have a term called advanced maturity. That's where you act much more mature than what your age really is. I think your life has prepared you for this. Good luck in the challenge. Adrian, about 6 months ago to a year, you came to me because you were hungry. I remember having dinner with you at the Nashville City Club. You had 2 notebooks, one for big ideas and one for everyday things you're learning from mentors. I want to know why you're here for the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge, because one of my rules is when I meet a person for one time, I try to tell a story in such a way that it moves the needle in their life. So if I never meet them again, I have impacted their life. Why did you come to the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge?
I've been in business or around business since 7 years old. I know business, I know organizations, but it's not enough. I've been through the linear process. I understand this thing. But I also realize that self-development, self-assessment is something that everyone needs to do. And I've been in a 1 to 2 year process of doing self-assessment, and I found out a process. And because of that, I realized that with me, inspiration comes standard. And so because of it, I gotta share it with other people.
You 5 people are here for 2 days for me to coach the hell out of you, to get you ready to pitch to a board of people that makes you look different and run faster. One of you will be the Zebra and Cheetah in this challenge. We saw in the first 2 episodes that we needed to up the ante for you to create more challenge, more drama, more passion for our contestants. So over the next hour, you're going to have the opportunity to call as many people as you can and get them to the scoreboard on Music Valley Drive. When you get there, I will bring in another expert, Brandon Burks. He's one of the top mortgage originators in the country. And he will talk about what makes him a zebra in the market and how you can be one. You will need to, in this challenge, get people's attention. You will need to look different than everybody else. And as part of looking different and getting attention, you will need to raise as much money as you can when we get to the scoreboard. All of this money goes to charity, actually 2 different charities. The person that raises the most will win the challenge. And also with the help of Brandon, he'll talk about which one truly differentiated themselves. So you've got 1 hour to make phone calls, to get as many people as you can to pack that place with your networks, because tonight you have a chance to be the true zebra by looking different than everybody else. Take off.
Leslie, hey girl, I will explain more detail later. I need you tonight if you are available.
Tim, I need you to hit the network for me, man. Get Q, get everybody, get the couples ministry, anything that you can.
Jim Bardwell here, calling from Nashville, and I am currently on a reality TV show called Zebras and Cheetahs, and we are hosting a big fundraiser, and it's a challenge.
You see, here's where we separate the contenders from the pretenders. A true zebra and cheetah would have deep, entrenched networks that they could call and say, I need a favor of you. We're raising money for a great cause tonight. The way you build networks is you get lost in other people's dreams. You wake up and say, how can I move your ball down the field? You see, this challenge will expose people with small networks, and small networks get you nowhere. Contacts equals contracts. Networks equals network.
Having the right club out here on the golf course can dramatically improve your results. At Kloete Group, we believe that people are at the heart of any successful enterprise. Acquiring the top talent required to exceed your objectives is just as important as good club selection. Our executive search and leadership consulting firm specializes in helping our clients find the right people right now. Our niche is simply leadership. If you're looking to improve your score, why not let us help you drive greater results?
I want to start by explaining why people need coaches in their lives. You see, I believe that you cannot reach your potential on your own. Potential is this idea of kinetic energy that's stored until utilized. Most adults don't think they need coaches. You see, they say we should be coaching kids, we should be coaching other people, but they don't have a coach in their life to do these things for them. It's hypocritical for you to tell other people they need to reach their potential if you're not reaching your own. Are you saying something that's interesting? Do you have anything to say? The deeper your well of knowledge, the more traveled you are, the more experiences you have, guess what you have? The more things you have to say because you've seen more of the world. Second place you go to differentiate yourself is your delivery. You see, if you can make people feel a certain way about themselves, then they will run through walls for you. But you got to understand that it's not about you, it's about them. Third place is your position. Your position is like a stake in the ground that says, this is what I believe. What you have to do is figure out a way to say it in an interesting way by getting people's attention. This is important because when you get in a boardroom and you're pitching what makes you unique, you got to pull it out. It's not just, I worked here, I did this. And I had a unique mentor that taught me this. And I went through some struggle in my life that brought out this. And because of this struggle and this mentor and this experience, let me tell you what I've got. I've developed a process that will blow your mind. The fourth thing you got to have is you got to have packaging. Packaging is how you package and deliver your intellectual property. So it starts in your mind. Then it goes to something that is packaged up so I get it. These books are nothing more than what's in my mind. Then the fifth piece is the multiplier relationships. Think of multipliers as feeder systems. Feeder systems are networks of people. You see, you can't have a business if you don't raise capital. You can't raise capital if you don't know people. You can't make sales if you don't know people. You can't get the jobs you want if you don't know people. Multipliers. These 5 things will separate you from everybody else. Those 5 things make you zebras and cheetahs. So you're out there wondering why you should pick up a copy of our new book, Zebras and Cheetahs. Look different and stay agile to survive the business jungle. Well, let me give you a compelling reason. It's a commoditized world. It's a saturated market. There are thousands and thousands of people that do exactly what you do. And if you don't learn to look different and run faster and become agile, you're just one of the many. You see, I can get you anywhere. So you've got to learn to create some unique value that nobody can replicate or duplicate. You've got to learn to create some interesting concepts about you that other people would want to have a relationship with you. And it's so clear in your packaging and in your branding and in your content and in your position that people say, aha, that's why I'm willing to pay that amount of money for that service, because they are just that good. If you look the same, if you run slow to opportunity, and if you're slow to make decisions, you're not looking different, you're not running faster, and you're not being agile. And pretty soon, you're going to be totally obsolete in the market. You pick up this book, we'll teach you how to compete on unique value, how to get on the inside of where deals are happening, how to build a tribe of followers that believe in you and what you're doing, and will be engaged in your dominant aspiration. And we'll teach you how to take complicated business growth and make it simple with a selling system that'll get you moving every single week, that'll drastically increase your probability of making sales. The zebra and the cheetah is the wave of the future. So the zebra challenge is going to really test you to see if you're willing to do things you don't want to do. To stare fear down and go right after it. Tonight I brought in a true zebra in the market. Brandon Burks, one of the top mortgage originators in the country. He works at First Bank and went from being a high school basketball coach to a $30 million producer, en route to $50 million. Brandon, these are our zebras and cheetahs. Give them some advice on what would make them stand out tonight that you've used in your career.
You cannot be afraid to ask. When I first got into the business, I was not scared to ask that hard question is, will you use me to do your business? 100% of the shots you take or don't take, never make on that. And one thing I like about what Coach Burt has done tonight is he's tying a charity in and seeing how much money you guys can raise for this charity. I was asked a few years ago to join the JDRF, and I was asked by a couple close friends, and I really didn't have a whole lot of tie-ins to that, but Just this past few months, one of my best friends and one of my top referral sources, his son, just got diagnosed with juvenile diabetes. So you're talking about power. So tonight's charity that you're working for could change somebody's life for the future and could be a huge benefit to some of the children we have that we're going for tonight. I'm excited about what you're going to do tonight inside the scoreboard. Next, I'll tell you something.
Thank you, Brandon. Let's get to the challenge. Really, this challenge is divided into 2 to 3 parts. The first part is real simple. You need to go into the other side of the restaurant and get those people's attention. Tell them to bring their food, bring their drinks over to this side. That's the first part. Part 2 is you're going to work with Brock Patterson, our Chief Optimizer, to pick out a song that you will be karaokeing to.
Do something different. It doesn't matter if you sing and dance and laugh and get the audience involved, but you've got to do something strong and compelling out there, okay? There are people that are willing to give you money to the 2 charities.
You get to sing. I don't care if you get off stage. I don't care how you get people's attention, but you got to look different than the other competitors. The part 3 is after you sing the song, we will pass the tip jugs around every time. And the people who get the most money, raise the most money for this charity based on the money you bring in from your friends and networks. Plus the tips is a person that wins the Zebra Challenge. This is the first of really 3 challenges. The Zebra tonight, the Cheetah tomorrow, the boardroom scene to end the show. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to turn to Brandon as my featured expert and ask him who was the most creative, who got the market's attention, who did the best job. Are you ready to be a zebra? Take off.
Welcome to the Zebra Challenge. The money that we raise during this challenge is going to support 2 beautiful young girls. One, Carly, who has SMA, spinal muscular atrophy, and also Lindley, who has spina bifida. All the money that we raise tonight is going to be split to be given to both charities. Our first contestant singing Stevie Wonder's Superstition is Adrian Davis.
I don't see no words. Oh, let me do it. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. All right, it says don't okay, I'm sorry. Very superstitious. The writing's on the wall. I can't see no writing. No. Please give. Make this a record night. Make it a record night. Not because of my wonderful singing, obviously.
Jessica Alexander.
All right, I've met a new family tonight if my helpers can come up with me. We're celebrating a great cause tonight, but we're also celebrating this young lady and her new engagement. So let's give her a shout out. Oh, yeah. All right, ladies. All right, we're down here. Okay. You have mine. Okay, so the worst award goes to Jessica, so give me a lot of pity votes. All right, let's go.
Singing Brad Paisley's She's Everything, Jim Bardwell.
Is this it? There's no prompt? On the iPad. When do I start singing? She a yellow pair of running shoes on a honey pair of jeans. She looks great in cheap sunglasses. She looks great in anything. I want a piece of chocolate. Ooh, I like chocolate. Take me to a movie. I can't find a thing to wear. And that's when she's moody. That happens too, brother. She's everything I ever wanted. everything I need. Adrian, he about to go on and on and on.
Savannah Hughes.
I want to tell you a little bit about these little girls and about what's going on. The first little girl, her name's Carly. She's 6 years old. She has SMA. Some of the symptoms are overall weakness and basically difficulty achieving certain milestones, such as counting, walking when you're supposed to, that sort of thing. And then the second little girl, her name's Lindley. She's 2 years old. She has spina bifida. She's not in a wheelchair. She's 2 years old. And lastly about her is she goes to therapy, but it's also very, very expensive. So you guys could start tonight and raise awareness and make a difference tonight.
And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile.
Okay, that's all I got, guys. But just the last little thing I've got, because I'm not a singer, is just think about if this was your family member, if this was someone in your family, and this is all that you had. I've got my sister here with me tonight, and I can't imagine something like this, her being diagnosed with something like this. So think about it being someone in your family and what a small difference you could make, whether it be 50 cents or $50, $500,000, but you can make a difference. Thank you.
And the final contestant of the Zebra Karaoke Challenge, singing the Beach Boys' Barbara Ann, Tom Hodges.
Woo! How's everybody in Cashville tonight? Be generous with your time. Be generous with your pocketbook. Be generous for Carly and Lindley. Barbara Ann. Come on now. My hand, Barbara Ann. What we do? While we have a little musical beat right now, folks be reaching deep into those pockets. It's a love offering. As soon as this song is over, we're going to pass it around, and you're going to show your love, show your faith, show what you're really made of.
Don't ever underestimate a small group of people to do some big things in the world. Fair enough? Let me tell you what this group did. This group right here, through this Karaoke Zebra Challenge, raised...
For 2013, Belinda Arender was the top 36th FHA lender in the United States. She was also a top 5 lender for THDA and recognized by the Nashville Mortgage Bankers Association as a top-tier producing originator. Belinda has over 20 years of mortgage lending experience and works hard to make the home buying experience quick and painless. Contact Belinda at belinda.arender@midsouthbanking.com.
I brought in a true zebra tonight to be the expert, to give feedback to each one of you on your performance, because this feedback is critical as you take it and put it in your suitcase for tomorrow's challenge in the boardroom. Brandon, what did you see in each of the contestants?
We'll start with Adrian. The one thing I saw, extreme high energy, high likability factor. Anytime you have energy, you attract people to you, just like Coach does with being a zebra and a cheetah. And the best thing you did tonight was you overcame adversity. Jessica came on. The one thing I like about her is she brought the crowd on stage. She found something. She tied in We Are Family with a mother and daughter. The daughter was getting married, brought them up on stage, tied it in. Great idea, Jessica, on that. Savannah, you brought emotion to the table. And that was the one thing I didn't see from really the other 5. You took the time to find out the story about the 2 girls. Not only to find out about the story, but also tell about the cause that we've raised $3,000 for tonight. Now that's powerful. Yes, yeah. Now that's powerful. Jim, entertaining is one word that just comes right out of me. But the one thing I was most impressed with was before you even got on stage. When I walked in tonight, before anybody, I saw buckets with your name on it. So you had the mindset to call ahead and make sure that everybody knew what was coming tonight, and I was very proud of that. And then last, but obviously not least, was Tom. Tom, by far the funniest of the group. I don't think you'll sign any recording contracts anytime soon, but I will say this. When you step on the stage, you command the stage. He was the one that had the funniest, highest, charismatic, everything you can say about somebody, you could tell he performed for. You know, I was sitting beside his wife, and I think she said he used to perform in a gospel quartet. Now, after I watched him sing, I wasn't quite so sure, but great job, all 5 of you tonight. I mean,
and I want to thank Brandon for getting us over the top. because he donated his time and he donated his money to get us to the $3,000 mark. Brock, there were two people that pushed over $1,000. Who were those people? Who raised the most money in the Zebra Challenge?
Well, it's second place.
Stephen Covey suggested that we start with the end in mind. In planning their strategy, pro golfers determine which shot they need to get as close as possible to their target. They know from which direction they want to putt, so they document their plan and look back down the fairway to ask themselves, now, how do I want to get to this spot? This continues until they end up at the tee box. If you're looking for the right leadership to help you hit your business targets and the end you have in mind, then partner with Kloete Group to score every time.
Every one of you call people, you work the phones. This goes to the power of networks. You know, I learned a long time ago, where there's no profit, there's no mission. You can't move the world forward without the profit and the money. And the networks is where that comes from. Networks equals net worth many times. Contacts equals contracts. Brock, there were two people that pushed over $1,000. Who were those people? Who raised the most money in the Zebra Challenge?
Well, it's second place, raising $1,025, Jim Bardwell. But coming in first place and raising a great $1,376, Tom Hodges.
Tomorrow when you come in, we got a big day. We got the crucial conversation. That's what good coaches do. We got the Cheetah Challenge. And we're all setting you up for the big boardroom scene to put you in front of 3 zebras and cheetahs and pitch what makes you look different and run faster. There's never been a better time to stand out versus fit in. Guys, we're here. Day 2. I am really having a lot of fun coaching you guys. It took me back to my coaching days. And there were certain teams that I just had so much fun coaching. And those teams were hungry and humble and teachable. And they had something that never shows up in the business world on a profit and loss sheet. They had intangible assets. I would take a person any day that had the intangible assets over intelligence, pure intelligence. So what you showed me yesterday is that you have these invisible assets. Now we need to take these invisible assets and turn them into hard assets. What if you become one of the only people in the world that could do something? How valuable would you be? And people say, man, that's just how much it cost. That's just how much it costs to get them. And they're just that good. They are a must-have versus a nice-to-have. So the zebra is unique, but here's the cheetah, which is what we're working on today. The cheetah runs faster than all of the other animals in the animal kingdom. So some characteristics of a cheetah in the business world is they don't wait on timing, they create timing. They don't wait on opportunity, they create opportunity. So the question becomes, how fast can you prove to me and the world you're an asset? So today's challenge is real simple. We're going to go to Demas's Restaurants, one of the top restaurants in the country. We're going to sit down and have a one-to-one conversation. Brock, my chief optimizer, and I have been diagnosing you since you've been here. So we're going to go to Demas's and have a crucial conversation, just you and I, one-to-one. Okay? Then we're going to move from there to the Cheetah Challenge. I'm going to bring in an expert, Tommy Davidson. Well, this is where we separate pretenders from contenders. Fair enough? Let's have a big day, guys. We're here at the Cheetah Challenge. As I've told you multiple times, a cheetah runs faster than all the other animals in the animal kingdom. From a sales perspective, you really got to do a couple things here. 1, get people's attention, because you can't sell them till you get their attention. 2, you got to articulate the value fast. You got to pull them in. And 3, the most important part of any sale is you actually have to close them. So just talking to people won't be enough. You have actually physically got to get people to the food truck and close a sale. Now, we brought in some experts for this challenge. I've got Tommy Davidson, one of the top rising real estate stars in the country. He's going to give you a few things in just a moment about how he's become a cheetah in his business. We got Shane Autry, the founder and chef, owner-chef of the Smoke It All barbecue business here that has a unique proprietary blend of how they make it and serve it. Of course, we got Brock Patterson, our chief optimizer. All of us will be watching you on how you deliver the goods, how you go out and get a sale, close a sale, and bring it in. You will have a designated period of time in which Brock will share with you to go out there, get attention, articulate, bring them puppies home, and make a sale. Tommy, give these people some advice on how you become a cheetah in your business.
Well, the first thing, Coach, I gotta hand it to you guys. You all have my attention. You all are great. I'm gonna learn a lot from just watching you guys, so I'm very excited. In my business, the one thing I'm gonna tell you, on the way up here, I was on my telephone. Someone called on one of my listings. I called them back 3 minutes later. They already moved on to someone else. So I always have to think like a cheetah. I am trying to build my customer base around it being fast and it being easy. So I want everything fast. I want it always to be convenient for my customers.
When you think about this, he called back in 3 minutes and it already moved on to somebody else. That's not a cheetah, that's a turtle in today's world. 3 minutes. So he's being a cheetah in his business. Now you guys are selling a product. So you gotta know something about the product you're selling. You gotta be sold on the product yourself. So I'm gonna ask Shane to give you some expert advice and counsel on his product that you're gonna be going out to sell. Shane, take it away.
So what we bring is handcrafted, artisanal, competition quality barbecue to the Music City streets. The only way you can get it is if you find us. So not only do you have to stay ahead of everybody else to figure out where we are, we have to stay ahead of everybody else to bring creative twists into a city full of other barbecue vendors.
When you think about this, he's got something unique. He's got a proprietary model that started most likely in his mind, like great entrepreneurs. And guess what he's doing? He's got velocity. He's moving this food truck from place to place to place, and he's trying to beat the brick and mortar places that are out there. Come and get it fast and come and get it better. Brock Patterson is now going to tell you what this challenge is.
Your goal is to get as many people to come to the Smoke et al. And buy lunch. You have until 12:30 to get as many people as you can to come to the restaurant. It doesn't matter how you get them here, you've only got until 12:30 to get it done. Now, I'm going to give you one caveat. Shane and I just got through talking about something, and he'll give you a quick little tip about a lesson you learned yesterday.
So as cheetahs, there was a lesson that was taught yesterday and hopefully learned. You might want to keep that in mind.
So when you think about this, you've had to retain a lot of information. The question is, can you go execute that information? Talk is cheap in our world, guys. The person that brings the most people here and makes a sale is going to win this challenge. You'll carry that momentum into the boardroom this afternoon because those judges and that panel will know who won challenge 1 and who won challenge 2, which could create a bias in their mind. Are you ready? Ready. Let's take the food truck challenge. Go.
Right. What were you?
Okay, both of you, we all can be lunch. And you're sitting right here now. It smells so good, doesn't it?
I'm sold.
What is it about this that why can't I just go to barbecue joint?
This is competition quality barbecue. We've never had barbecue like this.
People that want to step outside from the normal barbecue. Okay.
We you got to shake. You got to just stand it up. Come on. What's your name? Jamie. Shasta.
Have you ever heard of Sleeping on Barbecue? Yeah, it's some of the best barbecue in the whole world, right?
Get a sweet tea. You know, you can, I see over here the salad menu.
You like barbecue? You want to be on reality TV?
You already have?
No.
Would you like barbecue?
No, thank you.
What? They don't have just
Hey, have you had lunch yet, guys? No lunch? This is a group that you see.
leading brand right at your doorstep. You're going to go to a burger joint.
You didn't? Have you had lunch yet? I'm starving too, so you need to go and move right over here. There's a food truck. Okay.
If you give them that card, I get credit. How about that? And you'll be on TV.
I think that's awesome.
They're good.
You think that's a restaurant or?
No, well, yes, it's Smoke It All. Sort of. We're doing a TV show.
I think so. Tell them Tom sent you. Neil, what's your name? I'm Greg. Greg, I lost Zoe.
We better
So,
get on it.
well, if you were in line in the next 30 seconds, it would count.
So I gotta go this second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is it?
Well, the veggie option is that instead of course, with the meat or whatever, it actually gives us options, but also the sides are either all.
We are in a challenge right now. It is hardcore heavy food.
delicious. You can have some too if you want. But we're doing this show. It's called Zebras and Cheetahs. Part of the challenge is to have as many people as we can have lunch with, or go have lunch at the little truck over there. Aren't those delicious?
Yeah, dude, seriously, awesome barbecue.
Smoke It All Barbecue, just to kind of tell you a little bit about them. They are pretty much world-class, specialized barbecue.
That's right. Look at you! You followed through. You're so awesome. I think that was another group right there. I tell you.
They got really good food, guys. And what you want to do, you have, great. If you give them this card, then I'll get credit that you guys heard about it from me.
Truck right here. Have they told you about this? There's a barbecue truck right here. Okay, I want to tell you about it. All right. This barbecue truck right here is in the top 10, and many of the foods that they have right here.
Guys, the Cheetah Challenge was about speed. It was about getting attention. You see, the cheetah has a close ratio of almost 60% in the animal kingdom. 6 out of every 10 prey it goes after, it closes. Much higher than a lion or other animals. We wanted to see if you could go out there and generate massive exposure for this business. Smoke it all, bring it back, and more importantly, could you close it? Tommy Davidson, our featured real estate agent, is going to give you some pointers on what he saw from his perspective of being a cheetah in the market. Tommy?
The most creative idea I saw here was Jim. He got on a bicycle, and I think he was down on Broadway trying to sell barbecue. But remember, customers want speed and they want convenience. Adrian, you were a master at this. You had people out here selling stuff for you. You were awesome. Tom, you put on a show out here, right here in front of the place. You just out of pure convenience for the people, that's what helped you sell.
When you think about this, see, a cheetah move, Jim, was you getting the bite. But did it work out for you because you went away from the proximity, which may have hurt your speed and precision, right? Jessica and Savannah went out there and tried other strategies to get people here. Savannah, you did one thing I really like. You actually got some of the goods, because I think when people see those ribs, they want to buy them. That was a strong move, okay? We had one clear winner of this challenge. Okay, Brock, tell us what we got.
In about 45 minutes, you all went out and raised, for this business, you drove $258 in this business.
Great job, great job.
Now, one contestant drove over 30% of the total funds raised.
Having the right club out here on the golf course can dramatically improve your results. At Kloete Group, we believe that people are at the heart of any successful enterprise. Acquiring the top talent required to exceed your objectives is just as important as good club selection. Our executive search and leadership consulting firm specializes in helping our clients find the right people right now. Our niche is simply leadership. If you're looking to improve your score, why not let us help you drive greater results?
In about 45 minutes, you all went out and raised, for this business, you drove $258 to this business.
Great job, great job.
Now, one contestant drove over 30% of the total funds raised. At $91, Adrian Davis is the Cheetah Challenge.
Great job, Adrian, great job. When you think about this, each one of you made a bet, which is what business people do. They put their time and energy into a place and they want a return on investment. The objective was to get as many people as you could here to sell barbecue and the unique proprietary model. We've gone through 2 challenges. The first challenge winner, Tom Hodges, last night. The second challenge winner, Adrian Davis. We're getting ready to go back and prep for the big scene, the boardroom scene. Will you package and sell your special in a way that clearly articulates you as a zebra and a cheetah? You guys are doing great, but it's now time to take it to the highest level you can take it. The world is moving at a breakneck speed. In the book Zebras and Cheetahs, we call that the current of the urgent. Basically, people are so busy by the enormous things that are coming at them in different directions. Your ability to speed up how fast you're an asset to people, which means you add versus subtract. You see, in this Cheetah Challenge, these people had to get attention, they had to articulate value, and they had to close a sale. That's really what you're doing out in the market. If you can't overcome obscurity, you'll never win. We were able to get tons of people to the Smoke It All food truck here and draw attention away from other competitors that were right beside them. This is what you're trying to do in the market. Get attention, articulate value, close a sale. Tell me what the end game is for you so I can figure out how to help you get there.
Right now, my next 5 years, I want a major sales position with a company.
One of the things I want you to start thinking of is yourself as a personal brand.
Okay.
And when you start building a personal brand, you get it from the way you dress to how polished you are to how calculated you are when you speak. You get that part. But a deficiency that you've got is your social media position. Google, Plus, Vine, Instagram. You need to be out there more.
Makes sense.
But I think you got the goods. You just got to start thinking of monster goals. I want them 10 times bigger than what you currently have. You are so far ahead of most 23-year-olds out there in the world. Is that we got to start saying, you are the next big thing. I want to stop right now. I want to go over and say something to these people. I want to take you with me. Come on. Let's go. They're going to bring you stuff. We'll bring you. This girl is 23 years old. She's kicking some of y'all's asses, right? I want you to go back in your life when you were 23 years old. Because here's what I'm thinking. If I was as polished as she is, if I had the drive she did at 23 years old, think about where you would be, right? I want you to start thinking about lost time. How much time you've wasted in your life. I had an interview the other day with Marcus Lemonis. He's 40 years old, and I was embarrassed when I got done with that interview. You know why I was embarrassed? Look at what this guy has done versus what I've done. So I cut out a picture of him, and I put it to the left of my desk. And I said, I don't want that guy to beat me in the world anymore. He's running a couple multi-billion-dollar companies. He's one of the biggest investors in the world. This guy's got his own TV show called The Prophet. I want you to start thinking about what she's done at 23 years old from a small town. And I want you to think about your life. Look how much more potential I've got. How many of you think you got more potential than what you're currently showing? You've been coaching college students. Is this normal for people to come out of college just polished? No. So this is an example of the new zebra in Cheetah. The next generation. People are down on millennials. All people will tell you about millennials is what? They won't work hard. They won't show up on time. That ain't true. We got one right here that could be a true example for the next generation millennial. People out there watching the show ought to pick up. This girl has got herself together. She's from my hometown. I think that's why she's got an advantage. I just want to make a point about lost time.
For 2013, Belinda Arender was the top 36th FHA lender in the United States. She was also a top 5 lender for THDA and recognized by the Nashville Mortgage Bankers Association as a top-tier producing originator. Belinda has over 20 years of mortgage lending experience and works hard to make the home buying experience quick and painless. Contact Belinda at belinda.arender@midsouthbanking.com.
I'm a pharmacy technician by trade, and I'm an entrepreneur by heart. So I want you to take a step back a second, and I want you to picture me as a combination of Leonard Skinner, Oprah Winfrey, and Drew Brees. See, I'm just a simple girl from a simple town, but I have a servant heart, and I have a champion mindset. Champion. What is a champion? A champion is an ardent defender or supporter of a cause or of another person, one who fights. That's what I do. I fight. I fight for people. I fight for people and their purpose. Oh, sorry. I get emotional with this. I fight for people and for their purpose. You see, I feel that I'm a servant leader, and I'm here on this earth to serve others.
Why would I want to work with you specifically as opposed to another person who is, trying to promote the same type of healthy lifestyle?
What I bring to the table is encouragement, is motivation. Yes, I have the best products on the market. I honestly, truly believe that. We have the best endorsers in the world, but it's so much more than that. I build that relationship. I'm with you step by step. I match you step by step all the way through. That sets me aside. I'm not giving you product and sending you on your way and telling you good luck, I hope all is well. I'm with you the entire way.
You can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. See, for 10 years, that was my core driver, help. How can I help my head coach? How can I help the players that I coached on the collegiate level attain and get what they want, what they desire in life. Be an expert number 2. So for 10 years, I poured myself into being an expert number 2. And those 10 years afforded me great success. 10 championships in that span. We had players that wanted to go to the WNBA, helped them get there. My head coach, Rick Insel at Middle Tennessee State University, he wanted conference championships, we got them. He wanted top 25 recruiting classes, we got them. He wanted a top 25 national ranking, we got it. And so, because I was under such a great mentor, he told me a goal that I had without a written down program was just a wish. So at 21 years of age, I wrote down I wanted to be a head coach on the Division I level, one of only 335 people that do that. Those are the stats that, taking away from a failed experience, after 4 years having a contract not renewed, and now looking out on a market that is saturated with people just like me on the outside. On the inside, Tom Hodges has a point of view from success at the 2, success at the 1, and what not to do at the 1. Board, I'm Hillary's husband, I'm Cooper's father, and I appreciate your time.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't get to live my dream. I'm not working anymore. And so now, what I've discovered, that process, I'm packaging it up right now, and I'm working very feverishly. And I'm being able to share it with a few people. But this is where you guys get to be a huge part in my life. I've only known you for less than 2 minutes, probably. You guys get to be able to say, you know what, there's something in this guy. The fire, the passion. He's not gonna keep it to himself. He's not gonna be greedy about it. He's gonna pass this information along. You better believe it. There's gonna be lives affected by what I do, what I say, because that organizational chart that people look at, those little dots, they have characteristics, they have personalities, and it's my job to get in there and figure out who they are, and are they on the right bus? And if they're on the right bus, are they in the right seats? Because organizations will benefit from it. There's too many going down. There's too much turnover in organizations right now because people are leaving, because they're not fulfilled. They're doing it as a job. They're not doing it because they want to do it. And it's my job, it's my calling to go out and speak to people and tell them, you gotta want to do this. Let's find a place for you. Let's be there. So in this short amount of time, if I left any type of impression on you, something that you would say, you know what, I'll give that guy an opportunity to get in some of my networks, get into my emails. I'll make a referral for this guy. Then I'm your man for this competition. I'm your man. It's not about earlier today. It's not about yesterday. It's about right now. I need you to make me that guy. Make me this time's zebra and cheetah. Thank you for your time.
You know, when I was a kid growing up in South Louisiana, I've always had a fun imagination. I used to love sitting in an old wooden chair with an old plate from my kitchen and pretend that that chair was my vehicle to take me on my dreams. I'd go to Hawaii. Yeah, it was a dream. I could drive to Hawaii, right? And it was a vehicle for me to achieve those dreams. And I'd like to say that this chair is a metaphor for that as well in another aspect. You see, the company that manufactured this chair was owned by a business owner. This chair was his vehicle to achieve his life goals and dreams. My very good friend Howard Partridge says a business is one reason for that business owner to achieve their life goals and dreams. But guess what? I'm not a business owner. Whoops. I'm one of the 86% of Americans that have never owned a business and maybe never will. So does that leave me out of the life goal and dream business? I hope not. See, in the 1950s, the American dream was that you'd find a great company to work for, you'd work hard for them, you would be dedicated, you'd be the best thing a business owner could find, which was a good employee, and you'd achieve your life goals and dreams through that, would you not?
Jim, what would you say to the people who have the mindset that profits are better than wages?
Well, again, you're talking at a level that my expertise is going to wane. But I do understand as an employee, a company's got to be profitable. Because without profits, there are no wages. And that's the big lie that employees are being told right now. Hope I don't step on nobody's toes, but that's the truth. You know, the business owner's the big mean monster. Let me tell you something, when I was liberated from that, when I understood if I help him, boom, get his life goal and dream, if I'm on that car, we're all going there, right? That's the thing that I want to really get employees to understand again. Don't hate your business owner. Help him achieve his life goals and dreams.
And I'm a retail sales management expert. And I'm going to show you all today why you should hire me if you want to move the needle from here to here in your business. In my area, I'm the sales development go-to person. So basically, I travel all over the country and work with other stores, work in other stores, and just produce record-breaking results. And then about a year ago, I took over my store. When I took it over, it was a bottom ranking store. It was ranked in the 70s, 76. And in about 8 months, I took it to the #1 store in the company. But guess what? I'm only 23.
Savannah, you mentioned results didn't follow you when you moved from store to store. And then ultimately you connected those dots and you began to train other leaders so that they could deliver those same results. You know, I know people that can deliver results, but they can't explain how they did it. Can you articulate for me how you deliver those results, and do you know what the secret sauce that you brought to the table was?
Absolutely, I do now. At that point, it was about Savannah. You did what I said. Okay, this is what I need. I need you here, I need you here, and bam, go. I didn't teach anybody anything. I didn't have anyone by my side. Nothing. I didn't invest time in people, and over time, through a lot of my mentors kind of kicking me in the rear end and telling me that that's what was going on, I understand that it's the things that has got me there is that you always have to have someone by your side. No matter whether you're doing a report or you're doing, I don't know, walking down the hall and you've got someone new, take them with you. That it does no good to, no matter what you're doing, you need to have someone with you. And at that point I didn't understand, and I thought it was all about me and I could run a business by myself, but real quick I was standing there by myself and
For 2013, Belinda Arender was the top 36th FHA lender in the United States. She was also a top 5 lender for THDA and recognized by the Nashville Mortgage Bankers Association as a top-tier producing originator. Belinda has over 20 years of mortgage lending experience and works hard to make the home buying experience quick and painless. Contact Belinda at belinda.arender@midsouthbanking.com.
Guys, you are my true zebras and cheetahs. You look different and you run faster in the world. You had a tough task today because these people are really, really good. Don't give me the bullshit of passion and just energy. I want to know what each one of them did to stand out and look different and run faster than everybody else. Rick, Tom Hodges.
Tom, what a great servant leader, clearly humble. He's had both success and setbacks, but he's not rattled, Coach. He's looked at life from both sides. And you know what? He's come out fighting. He had a very believable presentation, tremendous presentation. He looked down a little bit, but he got through to me. I heard his message. I liked him.
Renae, Jessica Alexander.
Jessica was very excited. She had great eye contact, very believable. I'd like to see her expand the Oprah Winfrey, Leonard Skinner, Drew Brees concept to kind of better articulate what makes her stand out a little bit better. But I thought she did a really great job.
Colby, you had Adrian Davis.
Yeah, Adrian took control from the very beginning. He came out and really, really amped up his energy. One of the things that I thought that he could focus on a little bit more was his organization of his presentation. If he comes across as somebody that's an architect and that is there to organize businesses to be successful, then his presentation needs to be organized as well.
Good. Rick, tell me about Jim Bardwell.
He came in creative, imaginative, compelling. He took command. One of the more creative presentations I saw today. I like that he asked for our business. He knew what he was talking about. He's a dreamer. I was a little concerned that he had a dream that he's not sure how to deliver that message and how to get that message to his audience. But I think if he can solve that problem, he's a rock star.
But you were ready to get in the car.
Yes, I was.
Renae, finish us off with Savannah Hughes.
Savannah is a sales assassin. I'd like to see a little bit more calmness, articulate her message a little bit more. And from a business standpoint, I'd like to see exact results on how she achieved that 60% growth so that it can be replicated.
Yes.
I think she did a good job though.
Based on the feedback and the board scene, as a board and panel, Colby, do you guys believe that we have a true zebra and cheetah?
Based on our discussion and deliberation, I know we have a true winner.
Perfect. Let's bring them in and let's tell who the true zebra and cheetah is. Each one of you have competed. You have something incredibly valuable that the world needs. Savannah, you heard the key words, sales assassin. You have an unbelievable skill set to take this thing to another level. At your age, you're going to dominate. Jessica, small town girl with big dreams. Champion, build another champion. You're believable. People know that you will get in the boat and help them. That's a characteristic to take with you. Jim, unique. Sharp, charismatic. You're an advocate for employees, which not a lot of people are doing. You could be a solution for business owners all over the country. Adrian, passion packaged. You got the inspiration. You are factory installed with inspiration. And Tom, bounce back. You are a blend of all of these influences in your life, the Zieglers, the Jim Rohns, the great coaches, the Coach Insel. Now your job is to take all of it and package it up and sell it to the world. This show is a competition, and there can only be one winner. We've asked the judges after almost an hour of deliberation and debate to come up with a true zebra and cheetah based on the pitch that they saw in this room. Colby?
Based on our deliberation and discussion and the principles found in this book, the board has gained consensus about one true zebra and cheetah.
Who is the winner of the Zebra and Cheetah Challenge?
Coach, the winner that looks different and runs faster than any other person in the group is the guy that we got in the car with.
Jim Bardwell, congratulations. I want to thank you for spending 2 days of your life with us, and hopefully it was truly transformational. That you walk away and years from now, you say, I was on this show that totally catapulted my life to an all new level. You're a zebra and you're a cheetah. Thank you and God bless you. Jim, I'm proud of you, man. You are the zebra and the cheetah, and that means you get personal access to everything I'm going to do for the next year. I'm going to personally mentor you to go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do. You up for that?
I'm ready to rock and roll, Coach.
Let's dominate the world, brother.
Let's do it.